that was just so clear and evident immediately. And then when we had the opportunity to do a partnership on our own, we did so. We embraced that, and it was just rewarding in every respect, in terms of our staff experience and our staff when partners would come and visit us that didn't have really a sense of that part of the world.
Actually, almost by accident. I wasn't supposed to go on the first trip and ended up being the substitute at the last minute. And I'm so glad that happened. And sometimes what seems to be a bad break turns out to be one of the best things that ever happened to you.
I think anybody who's done this, and I've talked to other partners, has always found it so rewarding. You go into it, I think, with an expectation that maybe you can be of value and elevate the lives or business of others, and what you find out in return is that experience culturally and professionally elevates yourself and the staff that you have touching us in any way. Feels a great enthusiasm about it, and it just, throughout our whole station, it was a terrifically rewarding experience. I think you find out that everybody is at a different period of time in their development or broadcast. I mean, we're very mature in terms of our media landscape, but Ukraine and Georgia haven't been free, independent countries for as long as obviously America has been. So you find out that you can kind of see that they're working with much fewer resources, but doing things well, making broadcast work and having the emotional connection with their marketplace, even though they don't have the depth of resources that U.S. companies are used to. But I think you just really find out that passionate people, regardless of the resources, do good work, and you see the importance and emotional connection broadcast has in all marketplaces.
I think for me, one of the things that's kind of fun to watch, and it's on both fronts, is that you watch them start to fine-tune their operations. So for example, not to get too granular, but one of the things that was so fascinating is that they actually learned how to create inventory, as we call it, with their on-air material. So then they can do a supply and demand model, and then that can cause revenue to go up, and then they start to realize, oh my gosh, we can actually make money doing this, and it was very, very refreshing.
You always like to think that you can change things. You always like to think you can change the world. This program gave me that opportunity to change a little piece of the world. I think on the visits I was on, both in Ukraine and in Georgia, we had the opportunity to help fledgling media really try to move itself forward. We saw definitive results for both the places that we worked at.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely have friendships you keep up with, and I'd say even more so staff of our station that are very frequent in staying in touch with folks. And I've visited Ukraine, even on the way somewhere else to visit somebody that we had a partnership with before, and they've come to the U.S. and I've come to the U.S.
When I came back, I tried making my own khachapuri, which was a disaster. But you end up, it makes you a more holistic person. You meet fantastic people. I'm still in contact with them, I think it's been 2 years since I've been back from the country of Georgia.
You never feel like you're lost or having to come up on things on your own. Somebody is absolutely walking you through how this is going to work and where you go, and meeting you there and escorting you through the process.
That's the thing that's so fantastic, is that they've been doing this for over 50 years. They've got it down to a science. They know how to take care of you. They make you feel safe. They make you feel welcomed. They know how to put an agenda together so you're not kind of wondering what's next. Travel arrangements are flawless. I would have no qualms at all about going another trip, because they take such good care of you.
I couldn't ask for a better, for lack of term, concierge service. I mean, everything was taken care of. My airline was taken care of. My food was, beyond description because it was so good. The company was great. The meetings were organized. I felt safe. I felt important, which I thought was a good thing. They made me feel important, even though I'm not. And they made me feel like the work we were doing was so important to their country, and the participants gave me that same feeling that we were really imparting knowledge to them, that they were going to make their own spheres that much better.
There's just, beautiful places, and just, the experience of the people has been fantastic. I mean, it's just been so rewarding. I think that I hope for them as much as it has been for us.
I can't say enough about the cultural aspects of how it changes who you are and how you see the world.
Georgia is a fabulous country, and it's interesting to think of that you're traipsing on some of the places that Marco Polo went on the Silk Road. Ukraine is also a fabulous country, rich with heritage, and both those countries have such a diverse mix of cultures and architectures and food. It's truly a fascinating experience.